Hello everyone, welcome to Winged Paper Crafting. My name is Angel Fitch. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you've decided to spend some time with me today. Today we're going to do our 7th set of alternatives for the September 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Fall for Toile. And here are the 9 cards that you could have made had you done this kit as intended. But as you know, we don't do things as intended around here, so we're going to change things up a bit. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with, I guess you could call this our easy button for today. Because you know, it's a Monday and everybody needs an easy button on Monday, right? So I've got a piece of crumb cake here that is 5.5 by 11, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to give this a good burnish. Got a piece for the inside of basic beige. This is 4 by 5 1/4. Piece of cardstock that, card base, sorry. This was part of the card, one of the half of the card bases that I have cut down to 3.5 by 4 1/4. And that's going to be our first layer there. So let's go ahead and get this on the front. So let's get some glue on this. I'm just going to center this up. So let's see, something, let's say that looks pretty good. I'm going to give this a nice press. Okay, now I've got, actually, I think it needs to be scooted over just a little. Okay. All right. I've got, on the outside, I've got a piece of pumpkin pie that I've cut in this 3-inch circle. And this was out of a stylish shape die. And then this one is 2.5. So we're going to put that on the inside, but we're going to stamp on it first. I'm going to put that over there. I've got a couple of acorns and a couple of leaves. So let's do our stamping. So we've got, what are we using? We're going to use early espresso for this one. And on the outside, I'm going to put our, oh, let's see, what do we want to do here? I've got Wishing You the Happiest of Days. So this is a stamp that came in the kit. I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to kind of line that up and just get this down here centered as best as possible. There's that. Okay. And then on the inside, I'm going to put this, Grateful for You. This was a stamp that came from the retired Autumn Expressions. So this was out like last fall. But I needed something big that I wanted to put on the inside of this. And so here's the stamp that I found. So I'm going to line that up on my glass mat. And I'm going to just put this down. Try not to rock my block. There we go. Grateful for You. All right. I'm going to put this ink away because we are done with it. And we'll go ahead and get this put on the inside. Whoops. I missed. Not good. All right. Hang on a second. I will clean that up in a second. So let's get this on here. So just center it up. Now we're going to take this. I'm just going to try to pick this glue up off my glass mat because we don't want to waste it. And we will put this centered inside of our pumpkin pie piece here. So that looks pretty good. I'll give that some pressure. Now, I want to pop this up on some dimensionals. So let me find see how many dimensionals we have left on this one. We had one, but that's okay because we will use our scissors and cut the sides of these because there's nothing wrong with the edge pieces. So we're going to use these right along with our one full one here. And we'll just put a few of these on here. I just want to make sure that we've kind of got enough. So that's probably plenty. I'll take the backs off of these. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get the paper off that one. There we go. Alright, so we're going to center this up on our front here. So kind of like that. Now, I'm going to put our little acorns together here. The bottoms of these are cut out of pecan pie, and the tops are out of early espresso. So we're going to make sure we have this right side up. Yep, like this. So we'll just wiggle that around just a little bit. Okay, so there's that one. And let's get this one. Like right there. Okay, so there's our two acorns. I'm thinking, let's see. Maybe down here at the bottom of our circle. I'm going to put these two leaves. One of these is early espresso. The other is pumpkin pie. And I'm just going to put these kind of up here in this top left-hand corner. I just love this little leaf stamp. It just looks so realistic. So, whoops. Okay, so there's the leaves. Now let's get our two acorns. Since I popped this up, I'm just going to glue these down. But we're going to do something here in just a second. So we'll put that one right there. Oops. Maybe. Stay. I'm going to take a mini dimensional. And I kind of just want to slide one under, oops, sorry. Slide it under, here, hang on. Let me just pick it up with my, we're just going to put it under here to hold the side of it up. There, just like that. That way it's not falling off of our circle. And I'll put this one down here. We'll get the back off of that. There we go. All right, that's going to hold our acorns up on the side there. Perfect. All right, all we need is some bling for this one. So I've got these neutral adhesive back sequins that we've been working our way through. So on this one, I think, let's do these copper colored ones here. I'll do a couple over here and a little one up there, except not to my finger. Let's put it on the card. There we go. Okay, so there's our first card. So this was our easy button. Not hard at all. So let's move on to our second one, which isn't much harder than the first one. I've got a piece of basic beige, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Give it a good burnish here. I have a piece of, now this was half of one of the cardstocks, I keep calling it that, card bases. That was kind of the linen looking one. So I'm going to use that for the inside. So that's 4 by 5 1/4. I have got a piece of, this was a piece of card base as well. This is 2 1/8 by 5 1/4, and we're going to put that right here on our edge. So let's get this on there first. And I'm just going to center this kind of over here on the left hand side. So I'm kind of just going to try to leave the same amount on the left hand side as that's at the top and the bottom. So we'll give that a good press down. The next layer is the other half of this linen card base that I cut out of with the textured notes dies. And I'm going to put that right here. So we'll do this next. And we're just going to kind of center this on the card base. Like, whoops. Let's see, something like, scoot that over like that. Okay, this is a punch out circle that was in the kit. I've got the punch out leaves, a couple of these foiled leaves, this ribbon that was in the cards, in the kit that actually I wanted to put down first. So let me see if I can take this up. We're going to put this down right there. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to try to use liquid glue since I only have one hand at the moment. See what happens when you get ahead of yourself? Okay, let's try to put this down right along this seam is where I wanted this. So we're just going to put it right there. And I know it sticks off the edges. We'll trim that up here in a second. Now let's go ahead and lay that back down. Okay, crisis averted. Okay, so let's go ahead and trim this edge here. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's go ahead and just cut it back this way a bit. So it's still got the diagonal, but it's not hanging off of our card base. Let's see. I just need to get this corner. Okay, well that didn't work. Let me see here. Hang on. I'll get it. I think maybe. There we go. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now let's do this edge. There we go. Okay, so that's good. Now, we've got our circle piece. Let's see. Let's put these leaves down first. We're going to glue these flat. So these I'm just going to kind of put right here in the center. Okay, now we need to do some stamping. So we're going to stamp on our inside and then our circle piece here. On our circle piece, we're going to use this stamp that was from last year's September Paper Pumpkin called Thinking of You. And I'm going to use pecan pie for this. So let's get our stamp inked up here. And we're going to just put this in the middle of our circle. There we go, Thinking of You, and that's going to go on the front of our card. And then on the inside, we're going to do this same stamp that we used just a second ago, which was our Wishing You the Happiest of Days. Now, I used this just a minute ago with the early espresso, so I'm just going to clean my stamp real quick on my chamois here, just so we don't get early espresso ink into my pecan pie pad. So, let's go ahead and ink this up. And we'll line this up on the glass mat so it's somewhat straight. And we'll get this down here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, put the ink away. Let's go ahead and get this on the inside of our card. I need to dig out a new glue, because this one has about had it. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. And we're going to do a better job than that was of lining this up, because that was crooked, beyond crooked. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now, on the outside, I want to pop this up on some dimensionals. So we will cut some more of our sides here to get onto this. So let's see, we're going to go there. We'll just use a couple, 3 or 4 of these. There we go. And we'll get the backs off. There we go. And we're going to center this on top of our, I'm going to actually make it a little more down than in the, quite all the way in the center, because I want to see the leaves poke out of the top there. So let's do like that. And then we're going to take our foil leaf and put a little bit of liquid glue on it. And I'm just going to tuck this under right there. And then we'll tuck the other one maybe down this side. There we go. Okay. Now, the only thing left this needs is some bling, and we're going to use this same bling because I'm determined I'm going to use something up one of these days. This one, let's see. We could use, let's use this kind of brownish color here. Kind of pecan pie color, I guess. Oh, uh-oh, we had a hitchhiker. Let's get this one over here. There we go. All right, so there are our 2 cards for tonight. Kind of 2 easy button cards. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and drop me a comment below and let me know which one of these is your favorite. And I will see you all tomorrow for Template Tuesday. So don't forget to, ring that bell so you get notified whenever I upload a video. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a crafty day. Bye.